Hello, hi guys. I wanted to do this hopefully quick video on a 5-minute makeup routine. I do like doing my makeup, though some days I don't want to put that much effort into it. And obviously with the situation we're in, most days I'm not doing my makeup. There are a couple days though that I feel like I just want to have some normalcy to my day. And sometimes just putting a little bit of something on makes me feel like, yes, life is great. This is wonderful. So I just wanted to show you the little bit of steps that I do for my kind of like very minimal, very basic makeup. Some days I really, like I said, I just want to have a very nice, fresh look, a clean look, but not like an overdone look. So I'm going to stick my headband on real quick because I have that hair that's just dangling there. Okay. So the first thing I usually do is I will trim up any of my eyebrows with my tweezers, nothing crazy fancy. I don't do much. So that I start with first. I move on next to my foundation, and sometimes I have used this Perfecting Face Primer first. I do really like this product, and the best way to explain what this does is if you have a little bit of acne scars or some sort of unevenness to your skin, and then you try to put a foundation or something on to cover it up, it'll kind of look a little weird in places where maybe it's a little bit caved in, and so the makeup is settled in that spot. It won't have kind of that smooth look. The idea is if you're putting makeup on an apple or an orange, the apple is going to have a smoother surface for you to apply that makeup, and that's what this does. It takes any sort of orangeness from the texture of your skin out and evens it with this Perfecting Face Primer. So I do like this, but again, on my quick days, I don't mess with it. So I just start with this is a Motives Liquid Powder Mineral Foundation with sunscreen. It has an SPF broad spectrum of 15. And I do like this. Sometimes there are days where I'll just put this on and that's it, because if I am out and about, I do want to have that sun protection, that SPF for my skin. And so I'll use this instead of like a sunscreen or anything. And this lasts forever. And I'll show you how I put it on. Again, very minimal. You're welcome to do as much coverage as you want. I do a little dab on my forehead and on my cheek and my other cheek. And then I just dab my chin, my upper lip, and my nose. So I don't know if you can tell, but it's not a lot of makeup, but that's okay. Now I use this brush, this foundation brush. It's kind of a spongy one to just blend it in. Very simple, easy. Again, I'm not technical. I'm not a professional. I just do a little bit to, feel good, I guess. Now, sometimes I have used this brush as well, as you can tell, to blend my foundation. And I do like that too. This one, I like the handle. However, as you tell, I use I use it towards the sponge anyway. I used to use those throwaway applicators instead, those kind of wedge ones. And I like those too. It's just, I felt like, well, gosh, if I could use something like this, wash it and reuse it a ton of times, I'd rather do that than just use something once or twice and throw it out, and then use something once or twice and throw it out. So as you can tell, I'm literally just kind of blending all of it onto every area of my skin, trying to make sure to bring it down towards that neck area too. And it just kind of subtly, for me, just kind of creates an even coverage. Nothing crazy, and again, I don't put on a lot. So if you want a different type of coverage, you can put on more. So I always start with that foundation there. Then I like to go into my eyes, and I literally do one thing, because again, this is my very basic day. So this is my In the Nude palette. I love this one. I was so excited when I first got it. So it's a very basic, some eyeshadows over here, and then a bronzer, and then a lip gloss as well. And I like that they give a little bit of instruction. If you're doing a day look, here's the number, what to use. If you're doing a night look, you can build off of that. So I do like this palette a lot. So I just take a regular, this is called an eyeshadow brush, nothing too crazy. And I take the lightest color there because I just want to kind of brighten my eyes. I close my eyelid and I literally just kind of brush it all over. Nothing too like specific, nothing too precise. I just kind of go, and I'll even go under my eye a little bit there. I'll hit the corner. I don't usually go to the bone part. I leave that for something else. I'll show you that next. And then I do the other eye. So again, I just like to pick a lighter color that I feel like will kind of just brighten the look of my eyes and make them just feel refreshed. So that's it. That's how I do that. My eye color is done. So what I will do next is my bronzer. I like doing my bronzer a little bit more than blush. Sometimes I'll use this brush just to give my face a little bit of a bright and refreshed and youthful kind of glow. But most days I use a bronzer. So the one in this palette is called Miami Glow. I do really like it. And this is called a kabuki brush. So this brush will take it and kind of keep it in a certain spot, but with some spreading ability. It's not just gonna plop it on, but it's also not gonna like poof everywhere. So I start with my cheekbones and I do that first. I'll do that on both sides. And then a little tip I heard was to make a number 3, starting from your temple to your cheekbone to your jawline. So it's just literally like a 3 and just kind of drag it all down. I spin my brush as I do it. So if you have a blush brush, you could try that too. And I just take that and keep doing that. And the reason is because when you are, let's say sun-kissed or you're blushing, these are kind of the natural spots where you will blush. And so you kind of want to accentuate those areas. The other thing I like to do with this thing, because I only did that basic eye color, is I like to take it and then just put a little bit on that brow bone, this eye socket bone there, just to again, give it like a little definition, a little bit of difference of the light versus the more neutral, I guess. So I'll add that, I'll do that. I'll even touch up my chin a little, but then that's it. And that's done. Okay. I do like to curl my eyelashes, and I debated about doing this first so you didn't have to see me make the faces to curl the eyelashes, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Sorry I didn't get it done. I have my nice magnifying mirror that I will just use, and I just start with one eye. I hold it there for a couple seconds, nothing crazy, and then I move on to the next eye. And then I pinch that there. I really, really, really love curling my eyelashes. There are days where sometimes I won't put anything on, but maybe my foundation for the SPF, and I'll just curl my eyelashes because I feel like it really can open up my eyes a lot, to really just give, again, just sort of this awake, I've got it together kind of a look. Sometimes I'll go back a second time, but otherwise that's it. So then the last 2 steps is, I have this very basic eyeliner pencil that I like to use on the waterline. So the waterline are like the inside of the lid area down here, and then the kind of inside of the lid area up top. And because I'm keeping it so basic, I just do the inside of the waterline on the top, and that's it. So I just kind of make sure that I am using my pencil safely. You can use a regular eyeliner pencil for this spot. They also have other ones that are softer, maybe a little more forgiving, that you can use instead as well. But for me, this is just what I've been using. And what I like about it is I feel like it just gives a little bit of definition to that area. Again, not that I'm trying to hide that I'm wearing makeup, but just I want it to be such a subtle look. So I just kind of lift my lid up a little, find that waterline, place it very gently. Okay, so I don't know if you can see real well. So as you can tell, it's just not anything overwhelming, but just something I feel like that just makes the eyes look kind of together. The last step then is my mascara. I love this mascara. Again, this is the Moda's brand, since that's the brand I like to use. This is a fiber lush. So from my understanding is it has actual fibers inside that'll adhere to your eyelashes to help make them look longer, and give it a little bit more of an appealing look. I do like this. And so what I've been told is with the fiber, you need to take a couple steps of very slow movement so that the fibers can attach. And then you can kind of go back over a couple times to add some of the color. This is obviously just black. And the other thing I do here, again, just keeping it simple, is I will just do my upper lashes. I won't even put mascara on my lower lashes because I just want a very refreshed look. So I will pull my eyelids up a little just to make sure I'm getting all the way towards the base, and I will just kind of shimmy my brush back and forth as I slowly move up my lashes. I do really, really like this mascara. I like how easy it goes on. I like the look of how it looks after. And I just like that it is very easy to use. You could really put it on, I guess, any way you want. That's just how I was told with the idea of it being a lash fiber lush with fibers. Okay, so my last eye here, and we're almost done. Okay, so same thing, I kind of lift my eyelid up. I shimmy back and forth from the base of the eyelashes up to the tips. I'll just go over that a couple times. And it is recommended to replace your mascara, you know, they say about every 3 months or so. Probably is a little bit more dependent on your usage. If you don't use it that much, you could probably keep it a little longer. But the reason is because every time you kind of pump and open it, air gets inside, bacteria can get inside and things. And so it's just the quality of the product breaks down, and eventually it's just not really something you want to use anymore, especially around your eyes. Very sensitive area. Okay, so that is in essence it. That's all I do. And final look here. So again, it's nothing crazy. It's not anything over the top. It's pretty basic. But I just do feel like that it's a nice, refreshed kind of a look. I feel awake. I've got it together. So just wanted to share that. If anyone has questions on anything that I used, if you want information on any of the products I have or any of the brushes. The other thing I do want to share that I do sometimes, because again, it's like the lazy girl way of doing makeup. I don't do too much with my eyebrows. Sometimes I'll maybe add a little bit of color if I feel like I really want to pull it together. But sometimes I'll just use this brush and I will kind of brush it into place where I want it to be. And then I'll even sometimes hairspray my brush and then go over one more time so that it kind of sprays my shape in place. And sometimes I feel like, again, if I'm just looking for a quick refreshed look, I feel like that can help as well. So my one friend just did actually a makeup webinar, and she uses just a toothbrush. She buys or uses one she gets from the dentist, and that is what she uses to shape her eyebrows in place. So I thought that was a good tip. But if you're looking for other tips, she shared a ton of information about how you can use eyeshadows on your cheeks or your eyeliners or your lips, how you could do so much cool stuff with things that if you're really wanting to learn some, she shared some pretty cool stuff. So I could share that as well. I hope that that kind of helped share a little bit of a very quick, easy, it literally is 5 minutes. Obviously, I know it took longer here, but just doing the foundation, the little bit of eyeshadow, bronzer, and then doing my couple of eye steps, it is 5 minutes. It's nice and quick and easy. So I hope that helps. Thank you, everyone, and stay safe, and talk to you guys soon.
Subscribe to our channel. Bye. We'll get some more videos in.